And he wondered what it would be like to be president. And he said to himself, I have always wanted to be president, and I have always wondered why I could not be president, and whether I could be president, whether perhaps someday I could wake up and I could get out of bed and I could walk out the door and the faces would greet me and I would understand that I was the president and that I would control the lives and the empty faces, and that I would say the words to the people in the empty chairs who wanted to hear and understand what it meant to have power, to have the power over people's lives, to control the power of the Democratic Party, the power of the Republican Party, the power of the money that was unseen, that was passing hands in hotel suites high above streets where people walked and read and listened and understood that their great leader had come, that the jaws and the smile and the peanuts and the American affirmation of all that was good and honest and truthful and sincere had finally come to them from the suites in the hotels on the top floors where the deals were made, where the money changed hands, where $1 million meant as much as 5 cents, and that if you could have a real American, someone who you really trusted and believed in, who could smile down at you from a high podium, who could hold his hands up to you and give you the word and tell you the word and what was important for you, and who the people were, who the famous people were who came and showed their faces to the cameras so that the cameras could show their faces to the people, so the people could see that the famous people were there with the other famous people and that they were all Americans. They were the best that America had to offer, and that this man who wanted to be president had become president, and that he lay in bed at night and he wondered if he should touch his wife. He wondered if it was proper for a president to touch his wife. He wondered if he should play with himself. He had played with himself once or twice when he was governor, and he wondered if it was possible when he became president, if he could play with himself again, or if he would lose that ability, if he could no longer be president, if he was not president, if there was no president, if the time that had been taken and the people with the empty faces and the empty chairs had taken the time to affirm for him that they believed in him and that he believed in them, and that it was all red, white, and blue, that it was all sex, that it was all sex, that the feeling as he stood and faced them, that he understood them and that they loved him, that they would make him their president, that he would take care of them and give them everything that they wanted, and they would clap and they would cheer, and the ones who said that they didn't like him would be not listened to. They would be no longer understood, because it was impossible for anyone to understand how someone could not like some person who had wanted to be president and who became president and who lived and died as an American in the red, white, and blue world that he had confirmed for himself and had predicted would come true. And it came true. And it came true.